Okay, welcome to tonight's game. Good night here so far. I've gotten the lawn mode, and this thing needs to be adjusted a little bit. Flip that. Okay, here we go. All right, got the lawn mode. Got cleaned up, and we're ready to play game 2 of this series between the Phillies and the Diamondbacks here in the tenacious Earls 2008 Philadelphia Phillies Super Advanced as played replay. That's a lot to say, but and in theory it's a lot to do. I'm going to try softening this light just a little bit, see if that helps. Maybe a little bit there. Okay, so this is a nice. Well, it's not a nice matchup for the Phillies, but you guys who are in the room get to see a nice matchup in terms of. Whoa, I don't need this running. That might hurt my quality. There we go. Nice matchup from the Diamondbacks. Randy Johnson on the mound here, the lefty, the old buzzard-looking dude. He's going to go up against these Phillies, and it'll be Adam Eaton for the Phils, the righty. This is a mismatch as far as I'm concerned. In real life, the Diamondbacks won this game 6-4. Of course, in our simulation in game number 1 that the Phillies were supposed to win, they lost on a two-out grand slam off the bat of Stephen Drew. And they lost that game 4-3. So, for the Phillies against the veteran, wily lefty, nothing like the wily veteran lefty the Phillies had on the mound that game, Jamie Moyer. Randy Johnson, hard thrower, tall, intimidating. Moyer, not so much. But here we go with this. Phillies lineup: Victorino in center, Bruntlett short, Utley first, Burrell in left, Worth right, Feliz at third. Chris Coast gets a start behind the plate. Brad Harmon at second base and Adam Eaton pitching. So Utley at first gives Howard the day off against the tough lefty. For the Diamondbacks against Eaton, lineup better suited against right-handers. It'll be Chris Young in center, Stephen Drew shortstop, Burns in left, Connor Jackson at first, Justin Upton in right, Mark Reynolds third base, Miguel Montero the start behind the plate, Augie Ojeda at second, and Mr. Randall Johnson on the mound. He'll have a number 2 pitcher's hitting card. Eaton will have a 3. This is a night game, correct? Let me double check the time of the game. This is a night game, so let's roll this, and it's a 20. It's going to be average conditions, not an outdoor stadium, so that will not come into play. And that's the same as the average conditions yesterday, which were 16 and 10 on the home runs and 10 and 14 on the singles. Okay, here we are ready to rock and roll here. Game 2 of the series. And it will be the Flying Hawaiian, Shane Victorino, leading off against a lefty, Randy Johnson. 1-8. And he will hit it on the ground to Stephen Drew. Stephen Drew throws to first in time for the out. 1 down. Eric Bruntlett, and that is a 2-9. And another grounder to short. A little bit more time with Bruntlett to be able to get him out. And he is retired. 2 outs. Chase Utley. There is a 2-7, and he will draw a walk. First base runner. Johnson not very good at holding, and Montero doesn't have a very good arm, so Utley will try to get a lead here. He needs a 5 to get it. He gets a 3, so no lead. But you get to add 1 because they'd be holding them on. 1-7 chance. They're just going to go ahead and let Burrell swing away here against the lefties. 2 outs. 6-3 against a righty fly ball left field. X. That'll be Burns, 3-E-3. 3 and an 11. I think that means he will get under it. and then the 13 on the E3, and let's see, just losing track. Yes, that will retire the side. So that was to left field, no runs, no hits, and only Utley left, stranded at first. Eaton takes the mound. The Diamondbacks are underperforming in the computer run simulation of this league. Every game besides the Phillies. So here's Young against Eaton, 6-5 against a righty, and this could be a leadoff home run. 6 column is not good for Eaton. 1-11. Oh, that'll be a double. So Phillies catch a bit of a break there, but just how much of a break? Well, let's see. Eaton good at holding the runner on, -2. Coast +2, not such a good arm, but it'll be neutral. That will maybe keep some things in check here. Stephen Drew trying to get the runner over, would like a grounder to the right side of the infield. 6-8 against a lefty. 1-13. Or no, excuse me, 6-8 against lefty. That is a walk. Poor start for Eaton. Go Phils. Yes, Stephen Conrad. I like your style there. So you can look at Eaton's card there and see that he is going to struggle here at times. So if he can get him on the 5 column, he's going to be better off. 4-3 against a righty. Fly ball to right X. That'll be Jason Worth. 2E3, 2 and an 8. He will get under that. That could advance the runner to third base. Let's see, that's an F2, and then let's see, 16 Worth an E3, and he does make the play. Now it's an F. Wait, 8. 8. Yeah, it's F2, and let's see, F2. Second may tag up and try to advance. So that will be Young. He is going to, let's see, that's the first out. So he will try to advance. So we need to put this down as a 9. 15. So it's his safe chances are running speed and outfielder arm. So Worth is a -2. So 15 -2, 13, and he does get there. So first and third with 1 out. That'll bring up Connor Jackson. And a 1, it could be a wild pitch. 1-3. Oh, and it's a 3. That's going to score a run. Drew moves up to second. 1-0. And wait, Jackson's still at the plate. (5-7) against a righty. That's a grounder to second. We'll move the runner up if Harmon can make the play. 3E41. Not a good fielder there. 3 and a 13. He will get to it. Question is, will the 41 and a 7 work out? And it does. He will make the play. That'll be the second out. So a little different fielding arrangement here might cost the Phillies here eventually. Justin Upton with 2 outs and a runner at third. 6-12 against a righty. Grounder right back to Eaton. Eaton a 2E0, and he will make the play. Well, you know what? That's a rare play. So let's see what the rare play says for so a 2 and a 14. That is G1 rare play. If there's a runner on first, no runner on first. Okay, that's the ground. That's a ground out. That'll be the end of the inning. So 1-3. All right. So 1 run on the after the double. Wild pitch scores him. Rough first inning for Eaton. More of an Angels fan. That's fine. Hi, Larry. Good to see you. Of course, with Randy Johnson out on the mound, that one run could suffice. We'll have to see. So, top of the second. 3-4. He strikes out to lead off. One down. Again, against a lefty pitcher. So we look off of this side of the card. Pedro Feliz. 6-8 against a righty, and there is going to be something friendly for the Phils. This 1-16 a double, and that'll be a 20. They're getting some. The rolls have kind of even out so far. Chris Coast with Feliz at first. There's another 6-8 against a righty. Different spelling of the two dice there. That's going to be another chance to add a double. This would be first and third. 13. That will be a double for Coast. And second and third with one out. Brings up Brad Harmon. So against the lefty, righty Harmon. 4-9 against a righty. 1-16 single would tie the ball game. Can they get your break here and get this 1-16? They do. Single for Harmon. How about that? Coast stops at third. First and third with Eaton at the plate. Eaton a C bunter. With the number 3 hitting card, he's going to go ahead and swing away against the lefty. There's a 6-9 with a 2. That could be a potential passed ball, but unfortunately, neither the catcher does not have a passed ball rating, so he can't do that. Re-roll. 5-9. Eaton is batting from the right side. That's a strikeout. That'll be the second out. Whoa. Just upset my card pile there. 2 down. And Victorino at the plate. Coast at third. Harmon at first. 2 down. Let's see. Just as a... And Harmon doesn't have a steal rating, so... 5-10. He is batting from the right side. That's a ballpark single chance. He's batting from the right side. 1-2-14. And it's a 12. That will be a single. That'll be a 1-star, and that will give the Phillies the lead. So they claw back. Kind of sneaking up here on the Diamondbacks. First and second, 2 outs. Eric Bruntlett. And a 5-9 against a righty strikes him out. 2 runs. Seven guys come to the plate. It's a shame they couldn't get any more runs out of it, but they'll take the lead. They'll take getting 2 off of Randy Johnson there. Oh, I'm so thirsty. Mowed the lawn. Still unseasonably warm here on the East Coast. Bottom of the second. And it will be Mark Reynolds against Eaton. 1-7, and that is a walk. Boy, this is seeming like it could be a little bit of a punch back kind of situation here. Miguel Montero. That'll be a 5-5 against the lefty. Grounder to short. Bruntlett 3-21. Miguel Montero a lefty. That means it's going to turn because they're going to hold. Let's see. Reynolds, does he have a hold symbol? He does. They will hold him on. That makes Bruntlett a 4-21. Need a high roll, and they get a 1. That's going to be a single. Let's see. E21 and a 7. No error, but that will be a single. And against a 4. That is a 2-base advance for the runner. So first and third, nobody out. Looking to strike back immediately, Augie Ojeda at the plate. 6'9", batting from the left side. That is a walk. And the bases are going to be loaded with Diamondbacks for Randy Johnson to the plate. Johnson, a B bunter. They're going to have him try to lay one down here. They're going to expect it. C bunter. And a 1 could lead to a wild pitch. We already had one for Eaton. Need a 1 through 3. It's a 5, so that won't be. So here we go. A bunt again. C bunter and a 6. That would be defense. C6 is defense. So you go with the lead runner. Or you could just take the sacrifice and get 1 out here. Lead runner is Reynolds, who's a 12. -4 is 8. And then the fielder's range is 6, means it's the third baseman. He is a 2. So that's going to be 1 to 10, a 50% chance. Phillies are ahead 2 to 1. They are going to take the out. Yes, making the call. Tough call there, but they're going to give the sacrifice. There'll be an RBI for Johnson. Everybody moves up a bag now. Chris Young. I don't know if that's the right call or not. I'm a little hesitant. But here we go. Chris Young against Eaton. He has already doubled in the game. There is a 2-10 against a righty, grounder to second base C. They would be playing with the infield back, but in any event, another run will score. The Diamondbacks will take the lead right back. Everybody moves up 1. Stephen Drew with 2 outs. 4-7 against a lefty, and that is a single to center. It'll be 4-2. RBI for Drew. And Eaton struggling here. Eric Burns with Drew at first. He's going to try to steal second here. That would be a 1 to 11 if he can get a 7, and he gets a 5, so it won't be. He won't try to steal after all. So Burns, 2-5. 1 to 12, a single, 1 star. And it's a 7. Rough game here for the Phillies, and Connor Jackson at the plate now, first and second, 2 outs. 5-9 against a righty, and that will be a strikeout. Fortunately, he's not. It's not that he has his stuff necessarily, but he hasn't lost all of his stuff yet. 4 runs in 2 innings won't do that. But they send 8 to the plate after the Phillies send 7 to the plate, and this game is kind of taking on a life of its own here. Lots of stuff. 4-2. Yeah, good for Espo. He keeps my head spinning with how many projects he's got going. I couldn't do that. I feel like I'm in trouble with 3. I can only do 1 at a time. But okay, here's Utley trying to claw back again. They're down by 2. Top of the third, 5-5 against a lefty, fly ball to right field, shallow, and it'll be caught, 1 out. Burrell, 6-7 against a righty, grounder to second, X. Second base, Ojeda, 2E4. 2 and a 2, that's going to be a single. Phillies catch a break there. And then the 6 on the E4, no error. But the Phillies will get a break there. Burrell gets on. He's not stealing. Here's Worth. Phillies sure could use Worth to get a hold of this one. 5-7 righty. That is a single. Center. Burrell's going to have to hold. Not a fast runner. It'll be Felice now. First and second with 1 out. 6-9 against a righty. 1-15 normal home run. Felice is a normal power home run. Will the Phillies take the lead? They do. It is a home run. Pedro Felice. And this back and forth game the Phillies are getting to Randy Johnson. 5-4 now. And it'll be Chris Coast. 1 out. Nobody on. 4-9 against a righty. 1-16 single. Phillies have been getting some breaks here, and they get another one. 4 hits in a row for the Phils here in the 3rd inning, and it looks like Johnson is struggling. Brad Harmon. 5-7 against a righty. That is another single. And somehow, so Coast, not a good runner. They're going to have to hold him up. And with 1 out, they're going to send Eaton to the plate to bunt. A little early to be going to the bullpen at this point. Eaton, a C bunter, is going to be a D, trying to move these runners up. And a 10, that's going to be a D. Where did my, let's see, D10 is bad. It's going to get the lead runner out. So that's a 2. That'll be the pitcher. 1 to 5. We'll say he retreats, moves up, and a fielder's choice. 2 outs. And Shane Victorino. Phillies sending 8 to the plate here at least. Runners at first and second. 2 outs. And here is Victorino. 3-12. And he is hit by pitch. No injuries because we're going by the regular season. We're going by as played. So it'll be Bruntlett with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Boy, wondering if we should have gotten somebody ready to relieve Johnson here. We'll see. And a 2-8. And that'll be a grounder to short as they're playing back, and that will get them out of the inning. So batting around, the Phillies, they get 3. They match the 2nd inning for the Diamondbacks, and they take the lead 5-4. Yeah, that's true. So they're trying to get Eaton through here. They're going to get, let's see. The Diamondbacks are going to get Edgar Gonzalez warming up just in case they get to Johnson's spot. Of course, they might keep Johnson in here. He's gone only twice through the lineup so far, but he's on his 3rd time. Here's Upton against a righty. 1-6, and he will walk. Another base runner given up by Eaton. Mark Reynolds. I don't know, you probably can't see the other one there. 5-3. Excuse me, fly ball to left. This is Burrell. This is not good. 5-2. 5 and a 10. Does he get it? Probably not. That will be a single. Drops in. let's see, 14 on what was it, E2 I said? No error, but that'll be a single. And 2 base advance for Upton. Double check that. I think that's the case. Yes. Okay, first and third, nobody out. Phillies are fixing to get Ryan Madsen up here, warming up. So Mark Reynolds at first, Justin Upton at third, and here's Montero. Phillies are going to play back. They'll look for 2 here. They'll give up the tying run if they can. 4-7 against a lefty, and that is going to be a single. And that will score. Reynolds, with nobody out, is going to stop at second. And the Phillies, they're gonna give the hook to Eaton here. Can't seem to get guys out. They're going to get Madsen into the game. So Eaton goes 2 innings. Pretty poor outing. He's going to leave with the ball game tied, 2 runners on that are both his responsibility, and Augie Ojeda at the plate against Madsen. And a 1 on the D20. Potential wild pitch, 1-5, and it's a 2. Neither team getting any breaks here, really. I mean, it's like all of them are getting breaks. So Ojeda's still at the plate. Again, so now they're going to play. They'll play the infield in here, trying to cut off a run. 6-7, batting from the left side. That is a 1-14 single chance. And it's a 15. That'll be a liner to first base. And that is a huge out for Madsen. That's going to bring up Randy Johnson. Second and third, 1 out. And the pitcher, they're going to go ahead and let Johnson swing away here against Madsen. These pitchers hitting card number 2. It's a 4-5, batting from the right side. Actually, it's a righty-righty matchup. 4-5, fly ball to left field B. Guess what? Johnson will get another RBI, sack. 4-5, fly ball to left B. That's going to score Reynolds, and they take the lead 6-5, and that will actually, it doesn't quite close the book on Madsen. There's still only 2 outs, and we'll bring up Chris Young, center fielder, who is 1 for 2. So 2 outs. 6-11 against a righty, fly ball to center, and that will be caught by Victorino, but 2 more runs are across. 6-5, Arizona, back and forth affair. And Johnson's still in the ball game. He can keep pitching here. If he can survive a little longer. Let's see. If he can survive to the 5th, he might get a chance at the victory. If Phillies can't put up another comeback. Man, this game is taking a while. Here is Utley. Lefty, 1-7, grounder to second. 1 down. Pat Burrell. 3-8, strikes out. Worth, 210. That ball is gone. Home run, Jason Worth. It is now tied up again. Worth takes Johnson out of the park. And boy, this game is something else. 6-6. Pedro Feliz. 2 outs. And a 110. That'll be a grounder to second. 1 run for the Phillies. And they nodded again. And then it'll be Madsen coming out for another inning. Bottom of the fourth, 6-6. Justin Upton. That's not right. I must have put them together wrong here. It's Stephen Drew. 3-7 against a righty, and that's going to be trouble. 1-14 will be a double, and he's going to get the good old 1 roll. No doubt about that one. So Eric Burns. 6-5 against a righty, strikes out. 1 down, Connor Jackson. 2-5, that is going to be more trouble. That will tie the ball game either way. 1-9, a triple for Jackson. It'll be an 8 all the way around to third, and it is now 7-6. They retake the lead. No pitching in this game. Justin Upton with the runner at third. 1 on the D20, potential wild pitch. 1-5. No wild pitch. That was a 13. So here is Upton again. 5-3 righty. Fly ball to right X. Right fielder Jason Worth. 2-3. 2-14. He'll make the play for sure. Let's see. 2-14. That will be an F2. So that means that the runner from third, that'll be a sack 9. And it'll be 8-6. And it'll be Mark Reynolds. Nobody on base now. 2 outs. 4-5 righty. Fly ball to left. And that will end the inning. 2 more runs. 8-6. Phillies having a rough go of it. This will be, if they can get Johnson through this inning, he has a chance at the victory. So Chris Coast leads off against Johnson. 6-8 against a righty, and more trouble. Well, these pitchers are just getting shellacked. 1-18, it's a 4. That'll be a double for Coast. Gonzalez back up in the pen. Brad Harmon. That's a 4-3 against a righty, fly ball to right field. Upton, 4-18. 4-17, he will get under it. And then what is he? E18 and 11. That's going to be a 2-base error, and it's going to score. That's going to be an E9, and in comes Coast. Here we go. That's an 11 with an E18 for Upton. Let me double check his E rating. He is in right for this game. E18. So there you go. E18. And for a right fielder, E18 and 11 is a 2-base error. So it's now 8-7. They love to get Johnson through this inning. Phillies are going to pinch hit here for Madsen. They've got to get a pitcher going. It'll be the 5th inning. It'll be Rudy Cianez. So, and they need to get someone off their bench against the lefty. It'll be So Taguchi. So Taguchi against Johnson, runner at second. 4-6 against a righty. He will. Oh boy, wait, hold on. It's 5 innings, so he has not reached his point of weakness. That will be a strikeout. That's 1 out. Let's see. We may want to keep Taguchi in there. Victorino. Again, runner at second. 6-7 against a switch hitter. So from the right side, grounder to second. That'll be Augie Ojeda, 2E4. Runner will be able to move up either way. 14, he'll get to it. Then a 13 on an E4. I believe that means he will make the play. Definitely. So 2 outs. And Eric Bruntlet. It's a 4-6 against a righty and another strikeout. Ends the inning. They pick up 1 run, and it's still 8-7. And see, they will leave Taguchi off. So Utley will lead off, and Bruntlet will stay in the game. There won't be any double switching or anything like that. Oh, I just about made a mark on my card there. That's good. So Cianez will be next. Madsen went 2 innings. So 8-7 Diamondbacks. Back and forth affair here. Some good stuff so far. Miguel Montero against Cianez. Against a lefty, 4-4 grounded to third. Felice, 2E12. 2 and a 12 isn't the problem. Let's see. About a 12 on the E12. And that will be an error on Felice, E5. So, shining start there for Cianez from his defense. Augie Ojeda. Montero. No. I'm just going to go ahead and swing away with Ojeda. And that's a potential passed ball, but Coast cannot get a passed ball. So, at least from that roll. 2-7 against a righty. A walk. First and second, nobody out. So an error and a walk, and that's going to bring up Johnson's spot. And they will have Jeff Salazar take a crack at this one. So Johnson went 5 innings pitched. He'll be the pitcher of record. So Salazar first and second. Nobody out. And that is a 2-9. Strikes him out. 1 down. Chris Young, top of the order, 1 for 3. 5-10 against a righty, grounder to short. Could be 2. Bruntlet. So Young is a righty, so he won't have his range affected. 3E21. 3 and a 1 and a 3. How often do you ever see this? This is. I'd love to know the statistics on that. I should probably figure it out, but I'm not going to. So you get the 3. That's a single 2 starts and score a run. And then you have 21. Doesn't get the 3. That will be a single. What? So now 9-7 with runners at first and third. It's going to be Steve and Drew. 1-4 grounder to second base. They're going to be playing with the infield in here, trying to cut things off. So let's find my ground ball result chart. First and third, infield in, and that is a ground ball to second base C, right? Let me see. 1-4. Yes. 8. Batter out. Runner on third holds. Runner on first advances to second. So that will be a 4-3, but the runner on third has to hold on. That'll be an RBI for Drew. And so then with 2 outs, it'll be Eric Burns. 6-6 against a righty in trouble. 1-17 will be a double. That will score 2 runs. That is a double. And it's now 11-7. And CNS getting rocked. Connor Jackson. 5-4 against a righty. Fly ball to center field. Victorino 1-2. Not much can go wrong here. That will be an out. But they get 3 more runs, and it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11-7, and we're going to the top of the 6th. So Randy Johnson looks like he should be able to get out of here with a victory, even though he's not pitched his best game. You know what? They're going to go for defense here. They are going to pinch hit. They're not pinch hit. They're going to move. So who's going to play first? Let's see. Where is... Let's see who all can... All right. They're going to bring in Chris Burke. So Burke going to play second base, 6th. Actually, we're going to make it easy. We're going to have him play first. And so he'll be a 3E25. Just going to go ahead and put that up here, and his running rating is a 13. Or wait, that's the wrong spot. There we go. First base, 3E25, 13. All right. And he's going to go into Johnson's spot. Connor Jackson will kick the rest of the night off. Okay, there we go. So Edgar Gonzalez could pitch a couple innings here, 3 innings maybe. And it'll be Chase Utley leading off against him, top of the 6th. .511 against a lefty. Ballpark single against a lefty, 1-10. And there you go. Whoa, I just had something fall underneath me. Okay, so Utley aboard. Pat Burrell. 5-7 against a righty. That's a single 2-star. This game is not over yet, folks. That brings up Jason Worth. Gonzalez does not have a very good ERA. 3.10 against a righty. Strikes out, 1 out. They're playing back, looking for 2. Pedro Feliz. 5-5 against a righty. 1-13 single. Otherwise, it'll be a line out, and it will be a single. Scores a run. So what does that make it? That makes it 11-8. Chris Coast, first and second, 1 out. And a 1 on the D20, potential wild pitch, 1-17 for Gonzalez. Everybody's going to move up a bag, and Coast at the plate with the tying run. Here we go. Another 1. And another wild pitch. That will score a run. That was 9, if you wondered. So Gonzalez losing control here. 2-8. Grounder to short. I believe that will force the runner to hold. Let's see if they're playing back. Runner at third, infield back A. If it's hit, okay, bad. Runner advances a base. They're going to call it go 6-3. They're going to get the run home. It's now, so 3 runs, goes from 7-10, 11-10. Now nobody on base with 2 outs and Brad Harmon. Phillies, they're going to make the switch here. They're going to bring in Ryan Howard. He'll face Gonzalez with the bases empty, 2 outs. 2-11, fly ball to right, and that will end the inning. So 3 runs and only 1-0 here on the board. And Cianez will come back out to pitch, as his spot did not come up in the order. So it will be Upton, bottom of the 6th. Again, 11-10 shootout here. Bomb fest. 3-7 against a righty, strikes out. Good fortune there for Cianez. Mark Reynolds, 2-3, strikes out. Miguel Montero, 2-7, fly ball to center. All right, so another 0. Top of the 7th. Gonzalez back out. The Phillies are going to have to get somebody up in the pen. It'll be, let's see who's coming up here. Switch hitter. They're going to get Chad Durbin. And they will have one I forgot to mention here that didn't come up, but Utley moved to second base, which makes him a 2E14. Crap. And then Howard, after pinch hitting, he does stay in the game as the first baseman. So, and they will go with Jeff Jenkins pinch hitting. Against Gonzalez, lefty-righty. Didn't need to roll this. 1-4 against a righty, grounder to second base. That'll be the first out. Victorino, 3-8, grounder to short. 2 outs. Eric Bruntlett, 2-9, strikes out. Pitching finally settling down here a bit. 11-10, Diamondbacks on top. The Phillies are going to have to bring in Chad Durbin now. Okay, so Augie Ojeda, 4-8 against, batting from the left side, 4-8, 1-15, a single. I gotta stand up here. Give me a second. Get my sea legs. 1-15. Another 1. Got a lot of 1s tonight. Chris Burke. Wait, Chris Burke is. Yes, he came in to play first base. So Chris Burke, runner at first, and it's Ojeda. How is he at stealing? Not very good. Thought about hitting and running. 6-8 against a righty. Pops out to the shortstop. 1 out. Chris Young. 3-9. Strikes him out. Stephen Drew. Potential wild pitch off Durbin. 1-7. It's a 12. So Drew. 2-11. Grounded to first. Ends the inning. So still 11-10. Bats have cooled off a bit. Can the Phillies charge back? They're going to give Gonzalez another inning out there. Top of the 8th. They're going to get Chad Qualls up just in case. And it'll be Chase Utley, the lefty. 3-3. That'll be a ballpark single chance. For a lefty, that's a 1-10, and that will be a single. And they are going to make the switch. They thought about doing that anyway, and so Gonzalez went 2 innings. So Chad Qualls against Pat Burrell. Runner at first, that's Utley. Qualls pretty good at holding on runners, but it's basically a neutral situation at the moment. Utley, what's he got? It'll be a 1-17 if he get a good lead. He can't. So no, he's not going to run Pat Burrell. 2 on the D20. Potential balk, and Qualls does not balk in this season. So another roll for Burrell. 5-10 against a righty. Grounded to third. Could this be a double play? Reynolds 4E37. Probably not. 4 and an 8. He's not responsible for holding on the runner, so that'll be a runner advance grounder, and And then on that E37, a 9. And that'll be a one base error. So E5, and that brings up Jason Worth. Runners on first and second, nobody out against Qualls. 1-5, strikes out. Pedro Feliz. That's a 5-8 against a righty. Grounder to second. Ojeda, 2E4. And that'll be a 14 and a 12. I believe that's going to be a double play. And it is. 4-6-3 ends the inning. So bottom of the 8th, Qualls gets them out of it. Brandon Lyon will get up in the bullpen, try to close out this one-run lead. Durbin remains in to face Burns. Bottom of the 8th. Phillies will get J.C. Romero warming up. So here's Burns. 3-4 grounder to second base. 1 out. Utley makes the play. And the pitcher's spot. So they will bring in a pinch hitter against the righty. And it will be Orlando Hudson. Nobody on base. Whoa, almost lost. 3-6, 1-10 single chance. 17, so that will be a grounder to second. 2 outs. Justin Upton. 4-4 against a righty. Catcher X. Coast 4E5. 4 and an 8. Pop up, and then the E5 and a 10. That shouldn't be a problem, and it isn't. That'll be it. So pop out to Coast, and it's going to be, what they're going to do is they're going to do a quick they're going to move Ojeda to third base. Take Reynolds out. It's going to be C, which will be Lyon. Qualls goes 1 inning. So again, we're going to have to make a quick adjustment here. So 3, Hudson's going to play second base in 9th. So Hudson is 1E14. He runs at a 16 speed. And let's see. Mark Reynolds will come out. Montero's going to stay in the game. Not really, but that Ojeda goes to third. 3E6. Okay, so there is the adjustment. And here's Lyon coming into the game. Top of the 9th. Try and close this out 11-10. A lot of action, and then it kind of dried up after a bit. It's going to be Coast would be the leadoff hitter. They will let him lead off against Lyon. The righty Top of the ninth, 11-10 Arizona on top. Phillies need a run to tie. 2 for the lead, and they get Lidge up. 6-6 against a righty, strikes him out. Brings up Ryan Howard. One swing of the bat could change this game. Need a 1 column here off of Howard's card for some magic. That's a 2. That'll be a grounder to second. That'll be the second out, and it'll be the pitcher's spot. Last hope will be Greg Dobbs coming in. He's good against righties. See if he can keep this inning alive. Greg Dobbs against Lyon. 11-10 Diamondbacks. 2 outs. Can Lyon close out the save? That is a 6-4 against a lefty. Fly ball to center field. Center fielder is Chris Young. Barring a really low number on the D20 or a freak roll on the D6s, this game will be over. And it's a 16 and a 13. Let's see the 13 on an E3 in the outfield. And he makes the play. The game is over, and they close it out. Phillies fall again to the Diamondbacks. This one a slugfest. 11-10 is the final here at Chase Field. And Randy Johnson will get the victory. And the loss will go to Adam Eaton. And Lyon will get another save. He's had 2 saves in the series. Good series so far for the Diamondbacks. They'll look to sweep in game 3. And a lot of smacking going around here. Some errors. This is going to take a while to put into Stratomatic PC. Okay. Not too many comments here, but that's fine. So, also kind of want to, I don't want to apologize, but I really, last night I started getting a little opinionated about the NFL thing, and I don't know. I just don't know where I stand on it. It's really tough. I feel for people who experience hardship. So, but we all experience hardship too. So it's not, everybody has to understand. I mean, there's hardship everywhere from being in the military to living in extreme poverty. So, the bottom line is we all try to get along in this world, and people like us, we like to get along by playing a game that a lot of people would consider to be silly or goofy. But this is over an hour, so I'm going to close it down. I got to get my kids to bed. It's way past the bedtime. But thanks for watching this. One little thing I wanted to bring up here. It's not that little, but if you're new to the channel, check out the comment section. This Patreon account. Again, the money that we raise, we give away half of it every month in a giveaway. So I believe we're at 50, maybe a little bit. I don't know if we're a little more than that right now or not, but we were at 50. Now there is a service charge, I think, that's a small charge, but we give away half of whatever we receive from Patreon. So for $2, you get entered in that drawing, and we are still trying to formulate things to do that are special for Patreon subscribers. But September has been a really crazy month. A lot of things going on for me, and probably a lot of things going on for Tabletop Earl as well. So this is Tenacious Earl signing off. Thanks for watching this game. Disappointing loss for the Phillies. They're at 16-18. Not doing so well. They need to get Rollins back, and maybe they can turn it around. So, till next time, Strat on and have a great evening. God bless.